One of my favorite moments in the X-Men movies is this clip right here.
You abandoned me! You took her away and you abandoned me!
Angel. Azazel. Emma. Banshee. We were supposed to protect them! Eric, where were you, Charles? You abandoned us all.
And Michael Fassbender hates it. Hey everybody, this is David, and this is going to be my open video, my open letter or video, whatever you want to call it, to Michael Fassbender, in my opinion, the greatest actors out there right now. And I thought, there's been some reports. He's been at TIFF lately, which I've been down there too. I didn't get to see him, but I saw a whole bunch of other actors. But I did read this in the news lately where Michael Fassbender, there were some clips of some of his performances shown, and one of the clips that were shown was the one that I apparently showed you on this video. And apparently he commented on it and saying that he didn't really like that performance. Not the whole performance, but that scene in particular, where, he felt kind of disappointed at it because he felt like he was just yelling for the sake of yelling, which I will disagree, Michael. And, I want to say this to you. I don't know if Michael Fassbender will ever watch this, but if he does, man, that scene was great. I've seen you perform in a lot of movies. 12 Years a Slave. You're going to be in Assassin's Creed later this year. 300, man. 300 was the movie that really got you out there, man. I still remember you were in that movie. I go back to it now and I'm like, man, that was Michael Fassbender? The guy has grown into a phenomenal actor in every movie he does. A lot of movies are right now escaping me, but every time I see him in, I always think he brings his A game. Even in that little scene right there, I actually love that moment between Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy. I think it is a powerful scene between the two of them, not just because of the acting, but the dialogue that they're throwing back at each other here and there. And he's telling Xavier, hey, look, you left us. You abandoned us. And I thought that was a great scene at trying to make Xavier realize that. And maybe he didn't understand what was going on during that scene. I have no idea. To me, he seemed like he understood at the time. Or maybe it's just that's how great he is, and he's just putting himself down for some reason. And I just want him to know that, man, that scene is one of my most favorite scenes. I'm a movie nerd, okay? And I go back, whenever I digitally download movies on my iPad, I usually watch the action sequences. It's very rare for me to actually watch a scene where it really involves acting, Sometimes the action sequences can have moments of that, a little bit here and there, but not too much. That's more the spectacle part of those type of films, those superhero movies and action films like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. But for an X-Men movie, to have a scene like this, where it is telling one character, getting this one character's point across to another character who's blinded by the past, by what he's lost, I thought that was a powerful scene for both of you. And Michael, if I can call you Mike, if that's okay with you, I think, man, you are hard on yourself and you gotta rewatch that scene. That entire movie is awesome, and it's because mostly of the cast. I think X-Men Days of Future Past is one of the most well-rounded cast, ensemble cast, if you will, to date. Definitely one of the best superhero castings. You got Hugh Jackman, Ellen Page, Halle Berry, Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart. And then you and James McAvoy in there too, plus Jennifer Lawrence, can't forget about her, Evan Peters. The list could go on and on of all the great supporting cast there is in this movie. And it's definitely because of you and James McAvoy and Jennifer Lawrence that movie really works. And I love the moments where you and James McAvoy really get to interact with each other. And, you know, you also said recently about the Steve Jobs movie that you wanted to get out because you didn't feel like you were the right kind of person. And it happened in the same place at TIFF, where he said this. And, you know, man, I gotta admit, you know, I probably wouldn't have gone to the theaters to see that movie. I went to go see Jobs because you were in it, man. And I knew you were going to be fantastic. I knew you were going to knock it out of the park. And you did, man. You knocked it out of the park. It was amazing. You know, if it wasn't for you being in that movie, like I said, I wouldn't have went to go see it. Well, Christian Bale was also attached to that film, and he had to drop out, and that kind of bummed me out. But then when I heard you were in it, my interest was once again renewed, and I was like, okay, I'm still on board with this movie because I'm liking the casting choices I'm hearing. And yeah, even though you don't look like Steve Jobs, I think Christian Bale would have looked more like him. I do feel you acted the part of Steve Jobs really well, and I thought you were phenomenal. And you know, I could ramble on how awesome you are, but you know what? Let the fans speak for themselves. You know, you had plenty of fans at TIFF yelling your name. I wasn't there, but I wish I could have been there. I was there Sunday and I was there Friday night, and it was awesome. I got to see so many other stars, but I wish I could have met you too, because you are one of the best. And so with that being said, I'm going to end my open video letter here. I hate saying letter when it's a video because it's like I'm not writing anything. I'm just saying what comes to my mind. So that's the end of this open video. Hope anybody that watches it likes it. It would be cool if Michael Fassbender saw this and said, you know what? This guy's a pretty smart guy. He knows what he's talking about. So with that being said, I'm ending it here. Like, subscribe, you know the drill if you are a subscriber already to my videos. And share this video away. Who knows where it could land. And until next time, guys, take care.